Okay, look, you're gonna help me, okay? Happy birthday, Uncle Nick.
Yeah.
Nick,
Yeah.
happy. Mwah.
Happy birthday, Uncle Nick.
Yeah, you did it.
Happy 30th birthday, Nick. I have so many memories with you and our crazy antics, and I would have to bring myself to remember the very first hilarious memory of you and I, and that would be when I had to tutor you in chemistry when you were a senior and I was a junior, and you came to my parents' house. You looked around, you thought it was super clean, and your first question was, "Can I fart in here?" And that was hilarious, and that pretty much sums up our relationship and how hilarious I think you are. So happy birthday, I love you, and here's to 30 more years of friendship.
Happy birthday, Nick. I wanted to wish you a fantastic 30th birthday. I'm sure everyone is sharing their favorite first-time Nick moments. Probably not the most appropriate story in our case. However, one of my favorite Nick overall moments has to be the Howie Day concert we all went to when we were 18, 19 years old. You decided to underage drink, of course, as soon as we got there, and were immediately thrown out. You went outside, changed shirts, and waltzed right back in, and no one ever knew the difference. Definitely one of my favorite stories. So I wanted to wish you a happy birthday, say thanks for the past 10 years of friendship and being even a closer friend the past 2, and I hope that your birthday is fantastic.
All right, Richard. Music. Thank you. Hey, Nick. Happy birthday. I'm making you this video because I love you and you're one of my favorite people in the whole entire world. I love that although I don't get to see you very often, whenever I do get to see you, it's just like hanging out with my brother. Thanks for always taking such good care of me. I'm sorry to say that I didn't really do the same for you when Richard asked me to come up with some anecdotes about our friendship and things that I remember. I think one of the things that sticks out in my mind is when I let you ride on top of my car like an idiot. Don't do things like that. And Richard yelled at us, so good thing he was there to take care of us. So glad you survived, made it to 30. I also will always remember, and I'm not even ashamed to listen to this kind of music, but jamming Limp Bizkit and Korn, really good memories, and I love you. So hope you have a great birthday, and thank you.
Nick, sorry I can't be there for your birthday, but in honor of your birthday, I'll be drinking a vodka water and jamming out to Matt Morrison while busting out some terrible dance moves of mine, which I know you appreciate. So I hope you have a wonderful birthday. I miss you and hope to see you soon. Bye.
Okay, this is my part 2 video because this one's better and you're gonna see better boobs. I have a Nick memory. We were at that bar with that weird loop game and I totally hit it on the first try. This is more a me memory, but Nick was there. Happy birthday, Nick. Happy dirty 30. Congratulations on making it. Once you make it past 27, we all lose our rock star status, but I mean, there could be a 35 club. Let's go for that. No, let's not. Let's try to stay alive beyond that. Okay. As promised, boobs. Oh yeah, those big knockers. Bigger nipples this time. That's what's up.
Hi Nick, Sarah Bear here. Since your birthday's coming up, I wanted to tell you that even though you weren't very nice to me when we first met, apparently, because I don't really remember it very well, but you have since apologized either way, that through our mutual love of stooping and fatting and tubing and talking about tree face, and that you have become one of my best friends in the world, one of my favorite people. I love you to death. I'm so happy you're in Austin with me now, and I cannot be more excited to celebrate with you for your big dirty 30. Don't worry, I'm right behind you. Not that you'd be upset about it, can't really tell from you. But anyways, I really cannot be more excited to spend it with you like an adult.
Sir Nicholas, happiest birthday unto you. I hope it is a great one. I'm going to try to do this without being too awkward. But I guess the first time I ever met you or hung out with you was spring break of '06. My friends and I had driven to San Antonio to hang out with Jesse and meet all his amazing friends. And had a lot of car trouble, like a lot, and didn't get there until the next morning. And of course y'all had a party the night before, and again, of course, you and Richard were still there, and we were in Jesse's old room at his old house, and all of my friends and I were trying to sleep finally because we had driven like all night long to get there, and you and your brosive, Richard, walked in just being hilarious and woke everybody up, and it has just been hilarious and such a fun time to be around you since then. And I just thank you for welcoming me with open arms and making me feel so comfortable. And as time has gone on, I just feel like you are one of my best friends too, as well as Jesse's, and just thanks for being so awesome. You're definitely one of my favorite people to be around, and I know Mijo's favorite person to be around, and we just love you, the best man we could have had at our wedding, and cannot wait to celebrate with you in March at the 311 Day concert, and you'll be 30, so yay for you. Happy birthday. I hope it is a lovely grand birthday. And Nick, I hope your birthday is tight. Love you. Happy birthday.
Mijo, happy 30th birthday, man. I'm pretty sure the first time we hung out, you showed up to my house with a life-size cutout of Britney Spears and told me it was your date. I was pretty sure we were going to be real good friends after that. Anyway, happy 30th birthday, man. Many more to come. See you in March for 311. Later.
Yo, Nick, happy birthday, man. You're the best friend I could ever hope for, man. I really mean that. You're like family to me. And really hope you have a great birthday, and I love you, bro.
Hello, Isaac Camacho. Just wanted to tell you happy birthday, and I hope you
live forever.
That's it.
No, but really.
No, that's it.
No.
Oh, and I hope you
Don't.
get herpes.
Happy birthday, Nick. As you turn 30, I figure it's a good time to take a step back and look at all the fun times we had up to this point. I suppose it all started at Redland Oaks in elementary school. Go Raccoons! But really it started in Driscoll and all the fun times we had there. I remember our 7th grade dance, we were sitting on the sidelines making fun of all the losers who were dancing. I remember trying to sneak into a basketball game because we didn't want to pay the 50-cent admission fee. It was a little too steep. And then I got us caught because I'm a horrible liar. I remember when we'd come home from school, we'd always go over to my house, change, and then go over to Mark's and get in trouble. Tennis ball wars in his backyard, picking on Jeff and Cagney, riding our red lines around, which was pretty awesome. Paintball wars and a bunch of other stupid stuff. I remember the one time you beat me at soccer. You probably remember that too. I think you cheated, and I hope you can realize that, even though you deny it to this day. I remember the one time I beat you in a fight. That was because I cheated. it was a lot of fun. And then I also remember going over to your house and hanging out at the Eden Pond, hanging out with Richard and Gurley, watching Smashing Pumpkins videos in your living room. I'm not going to tell that one. And it was a really good time. And high school was no different. You know, we hung out, went to Grand Street Pizza, worked out, and just continued to hang out. I remember, you know, we'd spend many late nights just hanging out, talking. And I apologize if your mom and dad are watching this, but then sneaking out at like 4 a.m. and putting the car in neutral because we didn't want to wake them up by starting it, and pushing it down the street and then turning it on so we could drive to Chacho's at 4 a.m. for some breakfast tacos. That was a good time. But by far, my favorite memory from high school was driving around in my Jeep with our subwoofers on, listening to pretty sweet jams. Obviously the D-Tones, specifically Passenger, was always a good time. And listening to a lot of other good songs, bands like Linkin Park, Trust Company, From Zero, and just a bunch of other really good songs and bands. And just driving around, just living life. It was a really good time. And I'll skip over the college years, 'cause it's probably for everybody's benefit. But in any event, I know we haven't been in touch all that much over the past couple of years. I hope that changes. You know, I just want to say that as I'm here now, you know, I'm staring out, looking at the Empire State Building, and life's been pretty good to me. And I know that I couldn't have done that without, you know, your friendship over the years. We always had a really good time. You were always there for me. Turbulent years and good times and bad, man. You've always been a best friend of mine, a good friend, and I hope we continue to stay in touch, man. Happy 30th birthday. I love you. You're my bro. And here's many more. Take care, bro.
Nick's birthday, take 3.
Oh. Nicholas! How are you doing? That's Christopher Sean Scales Diller. I just want to wish you a happy birthday. I'm pretty sure you're getting older now. I'm excited for you. It's time for you to do some different things with your life. Maybe do what you want to do. Maybe with some wisdom. Just remember, it's your life. When they close the box, that's it. So live your life the way you want to. Don't let anyone interfere and tell you what you should do with your life, because it's yours. And I love you, and I hope we have a lot more fun together. Happy birthday.
Hey Nick, what's up, man? JP here. Just want to give you a shout and wish you a very happy birthday. It's crazy to think that we both made it this far. I'm sure our parents certainly had their doubts. We've known each other for about 29 and a half of those, and I just wanted to tell you that you've been a big part of it for me. I always felt like your adopted brother, and I couldn't have had a happier childhood, because I always had you guys, you, Rich, and Kel, always treated me like I was part of the family, and there's been a lot of really good memories along the way. Some not so good. I remember that you and I were the closest in age, and you, being the older one, treated me like a punching bag sometimes. I remember that there was this one time when we were really little that you called me Han Solo, and I didn't really know what you meant by that, but I knew that I was supposed to be offended, and of course that episode ended with me crying, as most did. I remember the time that you guys tried to teach me how to ride a bike, and you thought it would be really funny to throw a skateboard under the wheel, and of course I crashed, and that ended with a nosebleed and some more crying. There was some trauma along the way, but of course it wasn't all bad. I remember there were some really awesome nights with you playing basketball until the lights gave out and convincing our parents that they needed to drink another beer so that they could get to the right point of drunkenness that they would allow me to spend the night so that I could get picked on some more. You and I were always so competitive in mostly good ways, and I remember going to a lot of fun stuff with you, going to a lot of Guy Seniors and drinking Smirnoff Ices and listening to Linkin Park and a lot of other stuff that we certainly wouldn't listen to now. I remember becoming kind of a de facto Mac sports fan just because my brothers were going to school there. I remember that I used to, dress like you guys and act like you guys and pretty much model all of my behavior after you, good or bad. We used to get into a lot of trouble together, but it was a hell of a lot of fun. And I know we, kind of lost touch at times, but I just want you to know that I love the hell out of you, man, and I'm so grateful to have had you in my life. I wanted to thank you for being my co-best man and for being my brother, and I know that, we don't get to talk a lot, but which is mostly my fault, not yours. But I've had a lot of good times with you lately, and I'm so proud of the man that you've become. And I've always admired the heck out of you. I always admired the way that you kind of lived your life with conviction. You drove the paint like a madman, and you knew how to talk to, you knew how to charm the ladies, and you spoke, confidently, and you were a smart guy, and I took a lot of notes along the way of how to live life, and at times how not to live life, so I have to thank you for both. But more than anything, man, I always admired the way that you put family first, you put friends first, and you were always there for me. You were always there for the people who needed you most, and you've always shown me a lot of love, shown my family a lot of love, and I just want to thank you, man, for 30 good years. All right, so I hope that we have 30 more good ones, and I hope that we get to give the same to our kids. I love you, man. We'll talk soon, all right? Happy birthday. Bye.
Happy birthday, Uncle Nick.
All
What do
right,
you call
we'll try
it? What
again
do you
later.
call Uncle Nick?
Yucky.
Yucky. Can you say happy birthday, Uncle Yucky?
Happy birthday, Yucky.
Up, up. And now you're gonna eat your foot.
You're gonna eat your foot?
Do you love Uncle Nick?
I'm on my foot.
Don't eat your foot.
Mom,
Don't eat your foot.
wait. Yes, he did.
Do you want to sing happy birthday to him?
Yeah, don't wait.
Is Uncle Nick yucky?
Yes.
Why?
It's Yucky. Happy birthday, Yucky. Happy birthday, Yucky.
Sam, it's Uncle Nick's birthday. Guess how old he is? 1? No, you're silly. Why is Uncle Nick such a good uncle?
because that time when he met us at Austin and he went home with us to Arlington.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
When we had gone back to our house and with us.
Yes. Can you tell him happy birthday and you love him?
Happy birthday, we love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Uncle Nick's happy birthday video, take 2. There, stop, leave that alone. Okay, what do you want? How do you think Uncle Nick is? Question number 1.
Right now,
How is he gonna be? How do you know that? Why is Uncle Nick such a good uncle? Can you look at the camera, please? We don't have all day here. You don't know? Well, what do you like doing with Uncle Nick? Playing football? Can you look at the camera? Can you put your chin down? Like this. Okay, can you tell Uncle Nick happy birthday?
Happy birthday, Uncle Nick.
Is there anything else you want to tell him?
Wait, stop it. No, I did not mean to tell him that. Oh. Nope.
Okay. Love you, bye.
Bye.
Okay.
I would like PS4.
Stop it. It's Uncle Nick's 30th birthday. What do you want to tell him?
Happy birthday.
Anything else?
What?
Anything else? What makes Uncle Nick a good uncle? What's your favorite thing to do with Uncle Nick?
Let's stay up all night and watch TV.
Does Uncle Nick do that?
Yes.
What else? That's it? Okay, say happy birthday, I love you.
Happy birthday.
Uncle Nick. Baby brother, aka Uncle Nicky. It's your 30th birthday. Happy birthday. You are an amazing uncle and an awesome brother and a really, really, really great person. And I love you and I miss eating blueberry muffin batter with you. And I'm super pumped that you convinced me that toast with butter and jelly is really good, because it is. Anyway, I hope you have a really great 30th birthday and I love you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nick. Sorry, my voice sounds awful. I just wanted to say happy birthday to you and that I'm very glad to have you as a brother-in-law. I couldn't ask for a better brother. And thank you for always being there for us. And I can't wait to watch you find somebody and have kids too, because you're a great uncle and you'd be a great dad. And I just want the best for you. Love you. Have a happy day.
Hey, mijo. Happy 30th. I can't believe you're going to be 30 years old, and I am so proud of you and so happy for you. And I'm so happy I'm the mother of this handsome, intelligent, kind, funny, sweet 30-year-old man. And if I was a movie producer, I would start with today, and then I would flash back 30 years ago when you were a baby and you didn't have a twin. And I was glad you didn't have a twin, because then you could be attached to me for the next 18 months, which you kind of were. And it was great, because you were all mine then. Soon to lose you to those twins. You ran just as fast as they did. You walked sooner than you should have. Rode a bike as soon as you walked. And there was no more baby Nick. I think that people are loved and when they have a lot of nicknames, and you certainly had your share. For instance, so those nicknames included Nicky Bunny, Bumblelassos, Bumblebee, Bunny Rabbit, Nicky Knock, and God knows many more. Love of the Life was another one. Of course, your brothers and sisters, Robot, Baby Brother, Uncle Ick, Uncle Nicky, Isabella, and I think Remy's just going to call you Uncle Yucky pretty soon. But you were a fun kid. I almost lost you in the river when you were little, so I was determined you would learn how to swim. Teaching you how to swim was not easy because you would laugh every time and get a big mouthful of water. So I always worried about you, and I was so happy when you finally learned how to swim. All those other sports things didn't fall in my venue, but you were fun to watch growing up over the years. You were entertaining, definitely frustrating sometimes, and sometimes I was afraid I'd be recommended to CPS for making you walk on the road or locking you out on the roof or other mean mother things I did to you. But you were too handsome and too smart that I didn't want you to grow up and be a spoiled brat. So I succeeded and you succeeded, and there you are today. Yay! But bringing you up closer to the present, it was fun to go to school with you. Sometimes I never knew who was in more trouble, me or you. It was great to work side by side with you, and now it's fun to be an adult with you and be included in your life, and you've taught me so much. You're a great trainer. You're awfully inspiring. You've taught me a whole bunch of history and really taught me to like history. And I wish you all the best. I hope you have a great day, and I love you bunches. Happy birthday. Hey, Mijo. And King says happy birthday too. Right? Happy birthday. Bye.
Hey, mijo, happy 30th birthday. Like your mama, I too am very proud of you. And one of the memories that I will always have is when you came into this world, because I got to be there. And that was not something I got to do for your brother and sister, so that's a Nick thing. And look forward to many other milestone events. Maybe like a wedding and some grandchildren, right? Because I need 3 more boys. Mom will tell you why. So I love you. Bye.
Rowan, what are you eating? Out of the mouth, son. Drop it. Oh, hello. Hey, didn't see you there. Nick? So today you're 30, and that's crazy to me. You know, I don't feel like, Rowan, I don't feel like we've come this far. You know, like even though I have 2 little monsters running around and one on the way, I really feel like it was just yesterday that you and I were fighting over who knows what, and anything at all, for that matter. Rowan, out of the toilet! Hey, get your hands out of the toilet! Come on, Rowan! So like I was saying, it's just crazy to think that you're 30 years old, and I'm really happy for you in that you're a great person, man. And I'm not just saying this as your brother, but you're a really great guy. You look out for all of your friends, and I think that's one of the central themes of all these videos is that you're always there for your friends, basically through any situation, and I can attest to that out of, you know, out of anybody, really. You've always been there for me, and in some cases you know, I really think that you were kind of like my big brother in a sense, in that you were always there, man. I could call you at any time of day or night. So I distinctly remember this one time you had called me in and needed a ride, and I wasn't there for you, and to this day I feel really bad about it. And if I could go back in time and change that, I'd be there in a heartbeat. I don't know what my lame excuse was, but I'm sorry for that. But anyways, let's go back to the beginning. So I first met you. Okay, no, can't even do that. You're my little brother, and you know, growing up, there's not a memory that I have that doesn't include you, and I am so thankful for that. It was cool for me because, you know, I had a I have a twin sister. Her name's Kelly. You know that. So for me, it was like having two twins, and that's pretty cool. You know, Kelly was always more mature, more intelligent than you or I think that's safe to say, and I don't think you're offended by that. But, you know, you and I were basically like partners in crime, man. I remember when I was physically your big brother, and I could take you, and that was I remember using that, and you know, of course you caught up rather quickly. And I remember this one day you and I were going at it for some reason, and Mom had just had enough, and she said, and I could always count on Mom to like kind of break it up to where when you were getting bigger, I could count on her to break it up, and I know I wouldn't get too hurt. But this one day, for some reason, she had had enough, and she said, you know what, you two take it outside, and you know, resolve your issues in whatever way you want, basically. And I was shaking in my boots. Like, I was like, no, Mom, you're not supposed to say that. Like, so we went outside, and you took me, man. And that was like a turning point. Is like, you know, I could no longer bully you. Okay, Hermano, I think I left off where you started getting bigger than me, and I could no longer beat you up, essentially. So I didn't want to ramble anymore, so I jotted some things down about how I have some really great memories of us. And I'll start off with when we were kids, and I guess remember, I can, as far as back as I can remember, you were riding a bike, and I didn't really think anything of it because it was just normal to me that you were riding. But I think Mom and Dad told us that you were 4 when you started riding bikes, so that's awesome, man. And we did that so much as kids, and you know, we moved over to Old Oak Park and met other friends and took our bikes back in the woods, and John Ward would come with us, and he couldn't get his bike dirty, and we thought that was hilarious because his dad would get pissed at him, so he washed it off with the hose at our house, like after every ride. Also at Old Oak Park, inviting friends over and then handcuffing them and then beating the crap out of them. It's pretty rude, but it's also pretty funny, I guess, as long as we're not the ones getting beat up. And we never were, because it was always 2 of us and one of them. I think it was when John Ward was over with us, and we invited Kyle over and handcuffed him, and then John proceeded to trip him, and of course he doesn't have his hands to catch his fall, so he was pissed. He was chasing John around the house without any arm, just like running around like that. That was too funny. I guess around the same age, I don't know, I guess Mark Brown coined the term the tranquilizer, where you just punch you in the leg or the arm as hard as they possibly could. And I mean, like, looking back, it's funny, but you always feared the tranquilizer, especially from Mark Brown. Those were the worst. Also, Kyle, clean the loft. Like, I don't know how many times we said that, but that was always so funny to me. As kids, you know, I just have great memories of us, like watching Saved by the Bell, Full House, TGI Friday, and you would always want to go to Rachel's place. Like, you would say, hey, let's go hang out at Rachel's place, like joking around. But, I mean, it's who would catch that reference? Like, hardly anybody. And I think it's funny that you probably still say that to this day. So that's awesome. Remember playing a lot of James Bond 007 with JP and Kyle, and that was always fun, man. We played that hours on end, and the Proximity Mines and the Complex was, I know, it's my favorite. I know you're pretty good at that too. Oh, and then in that same game, whenever you or I, mostly you, I think, would kill somebody with a automatic weapon, and you go up to their body before they disappear and just shoot at their head until the body disappeared. Oh man. Playing lots of Twisted Metal at Mark Brown's house. That game was a lot of fun. So as we got older, we didn't play as many video games, and so I guess before we started drinking, you and I were bussers together at Tom's Ribs, and I think just being together and hanging out was a lot of fun, man. And we'd eat a lot of the sausage sandwiches from the cook named Pork Chop. The one time we tried to eat cold peach cobbler and got busted for it, but totally was not worth it. As you know, it was disgusting. I guess it has to be heated up. I don't know. So living together at all the apartments, man, that was so much fun. Being with you pretty much all day and all night. We watched a lot of TV and a lot of movies. So I guess it started. Our first apartment was 301 with Dustin, and man, that was a blast, dude. We watched a lot of Arrested Development there, and I think when the first season came out on DVD, we skipped school so we could finish the season. Ridiculous, man. Watching a lot of Night at the Roxbury. We watched that one like on repeat. I think we watched a lot of history. I watched a lot of History Channel because of you, and I got to like it. So that's pretty cool. Playing really good music all hours of the day, any day, all day. I mean, I think any of our friends could verify that, man. And it's funny too, because when I asked everybody to associate a song with their video, like no one hesitated, man. Like they all had a unique song that was reminded them of you, man, and that's really cool. And probably all of your friends and my friends have been to concerts with you, dude, and it's just so much fun, man. Like the way that you emphasize your love for music, and obviously 311's huge, and I wish I could go with you still, man. Even just to hang out. Even I'm not the biggest fan of the music like you are, but that 311 day in New Orleans, man, that was so much fun. You and I, and just basically going everywhere on Bourbon Street, man. I'll never forget that, except for the parts that I don't remember. Partying in Las Vegas with Dustin for another 311 day, and you're always the responsible one, man. Like when it comes to gambling, I would go crazy, and you'd be there to make sure that I didn't do anything too stupid, and to remove me from the table when I could no longer stand anymore. So I appreciate that, man. I really do. Okay, so. But around the same time also is when we would, in San Antonio, we'd go out to different clubs, and not really clubs, I mean bars, and some bars that had like, dance floors, whatever. We weren't into the dancing, but you always had like the best dance moves in my opinion, man. And my favorite one is, I think one that we adopted from Paul Ordway, which was the CPR move, dude. It's just like, you would come in out of nowhere and slide on your knees in the middle of the dance floor and lay on your back like you were needed resuscitation, and then I'd come in there and push on your chest. I wonder what people's reaction was. What the hell is wrong with these two? And listening to the Coheed and Cambria CD on repeat for like 6 to 8 months, where it just didn't come out of the CD player. Man, that was awesome. So partying at the Hole with our friends in high school, that was cool. Driving down there through the rocks and just having our own little area to just hang out and have fun. Let's see, all the nights at Howl at the Moon were, the place was always fun, man. I don't know how many times we've been there, you know, like knowing the bartenders and just having that special treatment was a lot of fun, man. Then the beer bongs that we did, and looking back, man, I mean, we could have been doing a lot better things with our time, but I guess, you know, that's just part of some people's lives, and we were lucky enough to enjoy it and look back and realize that, you know, that it was fun then, and it's probably best that we have moved on since. One of my favorite things that we did was make that beer bong from the 3rd floor all the way to the ground floor. And watching people try to attempt to do it. So, since our last apartment together was Blue Bonnet Hill, and that's when I got internship with the city, and I had to wake up early, which was awful, but it was probably about time. And so I think at that point as well, you had decided to kind of, I guess, grow up, you know, like Jesse was calling you the wait, and I'm not sure if it was that or me going my separate way, but I think that was another turning point in your life where you kind of got your stuff together and made some really solid plans for the future, and I think that you're doing great, man. Like, I'm really happy for you, and like you're always responsible nowadays, and we all know that, man. It's great. Like, you're always looking out for everyone's safety, all of your friends, and then it's great how you emphasize exercise and health to me, to mom and dad, and you know, when you come down from Austin, you're always planning something healthy for us to do. So that's great, and I'm sorry that I can hardly ever make it because you know, one thing or another. But I do enjoy riding bikes with you, and I hope that we can continue to do that on some sort of regular basis. You are rational, you're not quick to make judgments, and you are by far, in my opinion, the best person to give a best man speech, and I think that we have seen that in my wedding and in Jesse's wedding, man. Like, you just knocked it out of the park, and I have Jesse's on video, and I still haven't gotten my video from the photographers, but it's on my to-do list. So I kind of finish by saying that I'm so happy that you're doing well, and I'm rooting for you in everything that you do, and I'll always be here for you, and I hope that I'm there for you in the way that you have been there for me. So I love you, and I want to say Preach Bra Late.
If you ever need someone, I'm waiting for your call. We'll be friends forever. We'll be friends everywhere. Talking about friends, always be there. We'll be there. Through it all, hanging tough. We'll stay side by side. a sad man. Can you imagine when this race is won? Turn our golden faces into the sun. Raising our leaders, we're getting in tune. The music's playing by the madman. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever, forever young. I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Some are like water, some are like the heat. Some are a melody and some are the beat. Some are all eternal and all will be gone. Why don't they stay young? It's so hard to get old without a cause. I don't want to perish like a phoenix. Youth like the remnants of the sun, and diamonds are forever. So many adventures couldn't happen today. So many songs we forgot to play. So many dreams swinging out of the blue. But let 'em come true. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever, forever young. I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever, forever young. I want to be forever young. Do you really want to Head rush. Come on. We take stakes, what's up, it's on. This is a blow up, so just listen up. Just take your mouth off, interrupt. We can't slow down, it's a showdown. I ain't know why we never lie, get the low down, son. Mashing, bashing, the stage we're crashing. If you're on the roof, I know you're dancing. I've been wicked, the people jumping overseas. And I know why you're busting MP3. The shit, shocker, the hip hop, the rocker. Wasn't them the rocker, song that gets you rocker. Kids never did this, no Ozzy Osbourne. Kicking that ass, taking your firstborn. Back to the future and passing the front. We appear like adrenaline that she's fast and run. Scoring fine, we came alive. I know blow up was started. Song for the newly sane and broken hearted. Head lost. Come on. We can consider what's up, it's on. From midnight till daylight. You best believe that we're sick high. You're crying about your life. I think it is absurd. What could be so bad? You come from the suburbs, just like me, but I could never despair. Most people in this world, they got shit to spare. Some just look up to thugs, they like the attitude. Well, fuck that. I'm talking gratitude. The harder they act, just to hide the insecurity. I'm talking honestly. We are assuredly told. I smoke it, but not every day. Is anything on the tongues of drag? I say 311. You wanna get next to them? My name is Nick. HEXUM. Scoring fine, we came alive. I know blow up was started. Song for the newly sane and broken hearted. We keep an eye for each other. Then again, I'm not associated
Nick's birthday. Take 1.
Nicholas, I would like to wish you a happy, happy birthday. I'm assuming you're going to be turning the big 3-0 or higher. Who knows? But anyway, it's been great having you around for all these years, all the things we've done and people. Let me leave you with a little wisdom. Remember, shut the fuck up! Fuck up! Look at someone over here! Okay?